Imposter syndrome refers to an internal experience of believing that you are not as competent as others perceive you to be. While this definition is usually narrowly applied to intelligence and achievement, it has links to perfectionism and the social context. To put it simply, imposter syndrome is the experience of feeling like a phony. You feel as though at any moment you are going to be found out as a fraud. Like you don't belong where you are, and you only got there through dumb luck. It can affect anyone no matter their social status, work background, skill level, or degree of expertise. The term that was first used by psychologists Susanna Imes and Pauline Rose Clance in the 1970s. When the concept of was introduced, it was originally thought to apply mostly to high-achieving women. Since then, it has been recognized as more widely experienced. Here are some techniques you can use to cope with imposter syndrome. And we are starting right now. Mind is on our way to 1K subscribers. Support from you will be amazing, thank you. Number 1. Share your feelings. Talk to other people about how you are feeling. These irrational beliefs tend to fester when they are hidden and not talked about. It can also be helpful to share what you're feeling with trusted friends or mentors. People who have more experience can reassure you that what you're feeling is normal. And knowing others have been in your position can make it seem less scary. Number 2. Focus on others. While this might feel counterintuitive, try to help others in the same situation as you. If you see someone who seems awkward or alone, ask that person a question to bring them into the group. As you practice your skills, you will build confidence in your own abilities. Number 3. Assess your abilities. If you have long held beliefs about your incompetence in social and performance situations, make a realistic assessment of your abilities. Write down your accomplishments and what you are good at, and compare that with your self-assessment. To help show yourself that you're actually doing well, keep track of your wins in a private document. In the same vein as keeping track of your success metrics. Keep a file on your computer of wins and positive reinforcement both at work and in your personal life. Number 4. Take baby steps. Don't focus on doing things perfectly, but rather, do things reasonably well and reward yourself for taking action. For example, in a group conversation, offer an opinion or share a story about yourself. Be kind to yourself by changing the way you talk to yourself in your head by practicing positive self-talk. Not only can it help you become less stressed and anxious, but it can also help you build the courage to do things that'll bring you greater rewards. Number 5. Stop comparing. Every time you compare yourself to others in a social situation, you will find some fault with yourself that fuels the feeling of not being good enough or not belonging. Instead, during conversations, focus on listening to what the other person is saying. Be genuinely interested in learning more. Number 6. Embrace the feeling and use it. It's really hard to get rid of imposter syndrome completely, especially if you've had it for years and years. The fact that hugely successful people like Maya Angelou and Don Cheadle feel that way after all they've accomplished is evidence that it can sometimes be a lifelong condition. That's why the best angle from which to tackle your imposter syndrome isn't getting rid of it completely, it's stopping it from hindering your success. Number 7. Let go of your inner perfectionist. Many people who suffer from imposter syndrome are high achievers. People who set extremely high standards for themselves and are committed to doing their best and being the best. But perfectionism only feeds into your imposter syndrome. When you feel like a fraud, it's usually because you're comparing yourself to some perfect outcome that's either impossible or unrealistic. Not only can no one do everything perfectly, but holding yourself to that standard can actually be super counterproductive. At some point, you need to take a step back and ask yourself, when is good enough good enough? Bottom line. While striving for perfection is certainly noble, it's usually not realistic and often it's counterproductive and will only make you feel more like a fraud. Number 8. Distinguish humility and fear. There's taking humility in your hard work and accomplishments, and then there's feeling overcome with fear because of them. It all boils down to feeling unworthy. But it is possible to feel worthy without feeling entitled, and overcoming imposter syndrome is all about finding a healthy balance between the two. You don't have to feel like a fraud to also be open, humble and gracious. So, was this video helpful? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and share with your friends, so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. Also, be sure to check our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.